How's it going, ladies and gents? It's Jeff with iDownloadBlog. We are talking about InstaLauncher. This is a jailbreak tweak. It's a launcher, obviously, hence the name. It allows you to quickly launch any application on your iOS device using an activator gesture. And this little interface pops up. You can quickly scroll through all your applications in alphabetical order and launch them just by sliding over like that and launching the application. It also works with any hand. So if you're left-handed, right-handed, however you use your device, you can just slide over to the other side of the device and then scroll up and down on this side of the device like that. It's super easy jailbreak tweak, and it really does make launching apps on your device very fast. You'll notice here you have the recent and favorites section in the middle of InstaLauncher. I'm going to go into the settings app here and show you the preference panel for InstaLauncher. Lots of options, as you can see, listed here. The first option that you'll see under general is the activation method. You can set that up however you want to launch. I use a triple tap or triple press of the home button, and that will bring up InstaLauncher just like that. So you can choose whatever works for you. And once you have your activation method established, then you want to go ahead and start configuring it. You can actually hide apps if you want to hide particular apps. You don't want those to display in your list of launchable apps. For instance, I can turn YouTube off right here. You see the Ys are gone outright, so I only have one Y app, that is YouTube. I turn it off, I can turn it back on, and you see it right there. It appears no respring required when configuring the preferences for InstaLauncher. You also have the recent panel, so any recently launched apps will display in your recent panel right here. So I'm going to launch YouTube, of course. Then I'm going to reopen InstaLauncher, and you're going to see there it is, YouTube, right under my recently launched apps. And you can configure that however you want as well. So I'm going to launch another application here. Let's see, what can we launch? How about Notes? Let's go back to that. Tap on Notes. There's our Notes app, and you'll see it. There it is in the recent list. Now, you can also go back to your preferences and choose how you want the recently launched apps to display. There are quite a few different layout options you can choose. Vertical icons, you have grid of icons, list centered text, list icon to the left, list icon to the right. So however you want to set this up, I'm going to choose vertical icons only, and that will show just the icons themselves and a little vertical layout here and no text involved. So there's YouTube. Let's launch something else. Terminal, how about that? And there's Terminal, so YouTube and Terminal. And I'm going to launch Notes. So YouTube, Terminal, and Notes. And if you launch another one, it'll roll off the last application, which was YouTube. So I'm going to launch, I don't know, Calculator, how about that? And watch, YouTube will roll off, and it will display just the Terminal, Notes, and the Calculator. You can just slide over like that and launch those apps just like that. Super easy to set up here. So however you want the layout to be, you can customize any of those 5 different layout methods. You can do that. Same thing goes for favorites panel. You can set up favorites. These are permanent items. These don't display after you launch them, but these are permanently favorite items that you can set up right here in this list. So I can turn on several of these that I always want to appear in my InstaLauncher. There you go. And of course, you can change the layout of those as well. So let's go back to our preferences, and we'll go back to the layouts. And just like with the recently launched apps, you can choose to adjust your preferences for the layout there for your favorites. The main thing I want to emphasize here is you just need to play with the layout options, play with the preferences for the tweak, get it looking and functioning just how you want it, and that way you can quickly launch all your applications. I'm going to show just a list of centered text. I like the list of text there. No app icons. You can just quickly scroll and launch an app using the text. Last but not least, there's a show cursor. So you see the little white cursor there that appears. You can actually turn that on or off using the show cursor toggle, just like that. So now the cursor is no longer there. As soon as I launch it, you see it's no longer there. So you can do that as well. InstaLauncher has, as you saw, quite a few different options. This is a quick way to launch apps. You can launch apps in less than 500 milliseconds, so very fast. If you want to try this out, then you need to head over to Cydia's Big Boss repo. Download it for $1.99. This was tested with iOS 5, iOS 6. It plays nice with the iPhone. It works with the iPad. I think you guys are going to really like InstaLauncher, and I highly recommend this if you want to launch your apps very fast. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. This is Jeff with iDownloadBlog.